Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another JC tutorial video. Today we're going to go over the 92's rescue winch and the fire bucket additional add-on from Kelly Shergood. So we're going to do a quick installation guide for the bucket. Once you get the bucket, you're going to go ahead, this is your folder. You're going to go ahead and select the bucket mod kit, res 1 out, that's it right there. You're going to take the script, drag the script into the helicopter, click on the bucket, at which time you will get a message. You can't see it, it's up here in the corner. Let me fix that real quick. You get this message here, go ahead and click on that, and you're going to get this huge list of stuff. It's going to go ahead and put that bucket into place, and it's going to add in the fire bucket control panel, which we'll cover once we get to that portion of the video. So right now we're going to go ahead and climb aboard, and my rescue co-pilot is going to go ahead and climb in on the winch position. So we're going to go ahead and cover the winch first. So there he is, he's in position. So we're going to cheat a little bit here and do a quick start. While my aircraft is starting up, we're going to go up here and put on our HUD. First thing we're going to cover today is the use of the rescue winch. That's this winch right here. So while aircraft started, RPMs are climbing, we're just going to wait on those. Apply some torque pedal here. Way too much torque pedal there. Right up there, and we're going to go ahead and climb. I'll try this at home. We're going to climb really fast just so we can get up in the air. Correct. And this is close enough. We're going to go ahead and flick on auto hover here. Let the aircraft settle. And we're going to go ahead and switch on over to our rescue operator screen. Here's our rescue operator screen, everybody. He's just chilling here in the back of the aircraft. You go ahead and enter mouse look mode, give you kind of an idea. You can see pretty far down. This is one of the rescue panels here. There's technically you have three. There's the one here, there's one in the cockpit, and you can see the HUD that I'm also wearing. The HUD is good because you can cam like this. Get a better view, or you can go from first person, clicking the HUD here. It's a little hard to use if you're trying to pick somebody up off the ground there. So you got several attachments here to the hook. We have our standard hook, we have a basket, we have a single rescue harness, a double harness, we have stretcher 1 and stretcher 2. Now, none of these require res in the zone, so you can use these out in the Blake, anywhere that you want. None of them require you to be in a res zone. The really cool part, we're going to put the hook back here. These are the harnesses, sorry, the stretchers. So when you select one of those stretchers, it moves that stretcher. Okay? Somebody's sitting on that stretcher, it'll move them into that position out there hanging off of the aircraft. Okay? If I had a third alt, we would use him to rescue, but I don't. So this is our basket. The red arrows will the red arrows are to send the baskets down. The plus and minus increases the speed. 5's our max, so you can go a wee bit faster. Down arrow. Down it goes. Okay, that's max speed right there. And you can slow it down. There's one. And it goes slower so that you can see right here. As long as you don't let go of your mouse button, you can move your mouse around. You can see it moves down much slower. It's telling me ground is 14.7. Sometimes that's accurate, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it has trouble reading. Prims, yeah, see that's going to go all the way down. Has a little trouble reading prims. It works really well out in the oceans. telling you when you're on track for being out in the oceans. Now, so something to know, when you get somebody in the basket, okay, you bring them all the way back up, which is going to take a little bit of a moment here. Once you get it all the way up, if you switch it back to the hook, it will move the person into the cabin so that they can sit. So if somebody was sitting there, I get all the way back up and I select hook, it's going to put the person that was in the basket right there just chilling in the back, and then they can click. Now while I have you here, I'm also going to show you the ground walk system. Okay, Pioneer system. If I want to move to the back of the aircraft, I can simply click and move to the back of the aircraft. This works for somebody sitting in the back. I want to sit here, I simply click on that seat, and I will move and sit in that position. See here, I can move over to that seat, or to the radar seat. This works for anybody sitting in any of the seats in the back of the aircraft. When they click somewhere, they will walk to that. And that works even while the aircraft is in forward flight, while you're crossing sims. You gotta be a little iffy on it when you're crossing sims, but it still works no matter where the aircraft is. And then if you want to move back up here, you click on that, and you will move and you'll take over that position for the winch. So that concludes how to use the winch, and you got the bonus extra of the onboard walking system. Now we're going to pop back over pilot control and give you a quick run through of the firefighter bucket and a short demonstration of said bucket. Okay, so this is the bucket control HUD here. It also comes in a HUD that you can just right click add for extra control, or easier control. Okay, this is your bucket res button, which I'm pretty sure we're probably up. No, we are perfect height for it. And look at that, bucket pops out. Again, just like the winch, you do not need to be in a res zone to use the to res the bucket. Let me rephrase that. You will need be in a res zone to deploy water on a fire from this bucket. You can res it anywhere. You cannot use it for firefighting unless you have res privileges where you are firefighting. Okay? A couple of things here. Fill level. This is when we dunk that bucket in the water. How much water are we going to take? We're going to take 100%. Let me go ahead and minimize this again. You can click this dial and you can set that to, hey, we're only going to take in 50% of the bucket water. Okay? Now, something to note, people ask, why would you want to only take in 50%? When you fill that bucket up with water, it does affect the aircraft's performance, because you are, in fact, adding weight to the aircraft. Okay? This one here is your foam mix. You can put anywhere from 1% to 0.1% or no foam at all. So you put in 1%, that's going to add in 1% of foam per water. And your drop rate. Not all fires require you to drop 100% of your water on the fire at once, so you can adjust this between 30 and 100%. And this one is slow or fast. You can set how fast or how slow your water does deploy, when you're using your bucket. Okay, you're doing a spread out fire, you want slow. If you're concentrating on a single area, you want to use fast. So what we're going to do is we are going to start a fire. No, not that. I don't think it's that. It is that. Alright. So, size, extra large. Now this is where we're using HD fire for this process here. We're going to set difficulty on the hardest difficulty and turn the status bar on. And I'm looking for energy, max energy, okay? Max power, hardest difficulty. We're simply going to go out, fill the bucket, and we're just going to hover above that and drop water on it, okay? There are a couple of ways you can fill water with this bucket. you can go out to Linden Water and fill off of Linden Water. We supply this prim, which has our script in it that you can fill off of that prim. So prim pools, you can add that too. And also included is the Shergood dip tank, which is what we are going to use for this demonstration here. Alright, so I'm going to disengage with the right pedal, a little bit of forward cycling here. In a second, I'm going to try to switch your controls over so you guys can get a good outside view while I'm doing this. So I'm going to pop you back over to this instance of Second Life. I know the camera's off right now. I'm going to try to get you a decent view of the outside of that one while I firefight, so you can kind of get a good idea of what's happening here, because that's the whole point of the video. Why do you want to watch me fly the aircraft from the inside when you can get a good view of the aircraft from out there? So I'm going to raise up just a little bit here. Really help if I had the full HUD on, but I don't. Alright, so I'm going to slow down here. Oh, look at that, I missed. Never a good thing to miss. That's why Linden Water is easier. Go out there in the ocean. Let's try that. See if I got a little closer to the water that time. It's a little hard trying to fly off of two screens here. Trying to reference one screen while flying on the other, with there being a slight lag between the two of them. Yep. It's kind of in there. Alright. Pop hover on just for a second here just to show you this. See right here, it filled up. I didn't switch over fast enough so you could actually see it filling. That number went up slowly so that you could see that we did in fact fill with water. So now I'm going to pop you back over to this view, and we're going to pull a 180, disengage our hover. 180-degree turn and rotate so that we are facing that fire. Oh, I'm just going to put my full HUD on before we crash. Grab the wrong one. Create auto hover while I get the right HUD on, so I actually have all my working gauges. Always wear the right HUD. Facts, flight advice of the day. Always wear the right HUD, especially when making tutorial videos. 2. Mini HUD's great for going out flying by yourself, but when you're making tutorial videos and you need to look like a professional, you really want to have the proper HUD so you can do the proper flight maneuvers. Alright, there we go. I got the right HUD on. I see my gauges. So we're going to come right on in. I'm going to go ahead and just settle right over top of that fire. I know it's not entirely realistic to just park it over the fire, but it's going to give you the best view of the water drop. Oops, wrong button. Working too many SLs at once. Not easy. You try to fly and work 2 accounts at once. Alright, that's pretty damn close. Let's pop on the hover and see where we're at. Alright, we're just slightly off center a little bit. I'm gonna cheat just for the interest of time. I'm going to move that fire directly under us. provided we stop moving. There we go. Maintain that hover. A little bit of drift going on. Alright. Oops. Yeah, dang. I'm all over the place right now. Alright, just in the interest of time. So here's our bucket. I'm going to go ahead, leave it like that so you can see it. We're not going to turn on invisible prim. So I'm just going to do a fire drop right on here at 100% of our water. Ready, steady, and drop. And of course particles are turned off. Sorry about that. I had particles off. You can see almost killed that fire. One single drop. We're gonna pop back around now that I turned particles on. Didn't realize I had them off. This time we're gonna give it a running go, and we will turn visible prims on so that you can get a good idea of what's actually happening. Kind of see what's happening behind the scenes. All over the place, aren't I? Pop this over so you can get an idea and kind of see me fill that bucket up here. So at this point you kind of want to have somebody outside the aircraft directing you where to go. I have my second camera sitting outside so I can kind of see where I need to end up. And we're about to make contact with that water. And right there you can see that bucket's in the water. We're taking off water. This is also going to add weight to the helicopter, so you can kind of see I had to increase some of my power to maintain. Alright, we're going to pivot 90 degrees, sorry 180 degrees, come all the way around. Before we begin our run on that fire. Hopefully I can hit it on the first run. We're going to pop back over to the other camera. Give you a decent side view with prims turned on so you can see prims. We're still set for a fast drop and 100% drop. So we're gonna go forward. Keep that fire right between my pedals. See, we're aligned right pretty good with that fire. Just before we hit the fire, I'm gonna go ahead and drop. The particles, and you can see the bullets. Only a few bullets didn't hit that fire. And without even really trying, we got it down to 67%. Not bad for not really even trying. So that concludes the use of the bucket to fill it, to set the settings that you want so that you can drop water, the use of the winch in the 92, the H-92, and the walk-around system that's in the back of the H-92 as well. Keep your eyes out for more videos to come. We definitely have the 64's firefighting video coming up really soon, guys.